Welcome to HDTV. You're now rocking with your boy. Shout out to Chris C for sending me this earlier. So let's go. Nerlens Noel blasts his NBA agent Rich Paul in a new lawsuit. New York Knicks big man Nerlens Noel has blasted NBA agent Rich Paul in a brand new lawsuit that was initiated today in Dallas, Texas. The complaint names both Paul and Klutch Sports Group's Paul Sports Agency as defendants. Paul, who represents the likes of LeBron James, Anthony Davis, Trae Young, Draymond Green, and Ben Simmons, is alleged to have interfered with Noel's pre existing relationship with Happy Walters, who had represented Noel after he was drafted in the NBA out of University of Kentucky in 2013. The complaint says that Paul, knowing that Noel was represented by Walters in 2017, told Noel that he was a $100 million man and that Paul could get Noel a max deal if he terminated his relationship with Walters. This all allegedly went down at Simmons' birthday party in Los Angeles, where Paul was sitting next to Noel during the dinner portion of the event. Following the party, Noel parted ways with Walters and signed a standard player agent contract, or SPAC, with Paul. Noel also purportedly took Paul's advice and ended prior ongoing negotiations with the Dallas Mavericks that would have paid him $70 million over 4 years in favor of accepting a single year $4.1 million qualifying offer with the intentions of later seeking a max deal on the free agent market. Paul earned a 4% commission on the qualifying offer. The situation became sour when Noel tore a ligament in his thumb, had surgery to repair the injury, and was forced to miss 42 games that season. According to the complaint, Paul began to lose interest in Noel as a client. During the free agent season, which began on July 1st, 2018, and after Noel's 1 year contract with Dallas expired, neither Paul nor any at Klutch Sports presented any real proposals to Noel in terms of strategies or ideas on how Noel might secure a long-term contract or even a significant contract for the following season. States the complaint. Indeed, as the 2018 NBA free agent season began, no real offers or deals were presented to Noel on the first day of free agency. Noel says that Paul had nothing to do with Noel then signing with the Oklahoma City Thunder, and that instead Russell Westbrook and Paul George recruited him to join them for that franchise. Noel signed a 2 year, $3.75 million league minimum deal with the team, and Paul was paid a 2% commission. Paul is criticized for failing to make an effort to try to secure contracts or deals on Noel's behalf during the 2018 and 19 NBA season he spent with the Thunder and thereafter. Noel declined a player option on the second year of his deal with the Thunder and instead hit the free agent market. He received no offers from any other teams and was forced to sign another 1 year league minimum contract with the Thunder. Noel allegedly learned from Brett Brown, who was coaching the Philadelphia 76ers at the time, that the 76ers front office had been trying to contact Paul to discuss a potential deal and that Paul refused to respond. This was purportedly the case with other team representatives who were reaching out as well. Eventually, Noel says that he contemplated terminating his representation relationship with Klutch Sports. However, he was persuaded by Lucas Newton of the company that they were working on a 3 year deal with the Thunder that should compensate Noel to the tune of $7 million to $10 million annually. Thus, Noel decided to stay in place with his agency of record. Then free agency hit and the first days was quiet. Noel says that he later learned that the representatives from the Houston Rockets and Los Angeles Clippers wanted to discuss opportunities with Paul, but that they could not make contact. Leon Rose, who was formerly an agent at Creative Artists Agency, but then the president of the New York Knicks, reached out about a deal, and Noel ultimately signed a 1 year contract for $5 million. Noel finally terminated his relationship with Paul and Klutch Sports in December 2020 and says that the final straw was Noel learning that Paul had a history of mismanaging and ignoring other clients and costing them significant money. He believed that Paul and Klutch Sports were only focused on serving their marquee clients and did not have the capacity to serve Noel as well as players such as Norris Cole or Shabazz and Mohammed. After Noel's first season with the Knicks, he signed a 3 year deal for roughly $32 million and was represented by basketball agent George Langberg on that contract. Noel wants to be made whole for losing what he says is $58 million in lost earnings. After being led to leave Walters and pass up an offer from the Mavericks for $70 million over 4 years, he says that Paul breached his fiduciary duty by inducing Noel to terminate his representation agreement with Walters and then by failing to do any meaningful work on Noel's behalf in terms of securing contracts. New endorsement deals are by offering strategies to Noel on how to maximize his value and earnings. So, this basically goes to show you that you cannot trust that you cannot trust Rich Paul or LeBrownie Blames or Jankles, whatever you want to call them's agency. Klutch Sports did this to Marcus Morris. Remember, Marcus Morris was supposed to get a big deal with the Clippers. The Clippers gave him a big deal earlier. And they basically said they could get him a bigger deal. They botched the ball on that. So once he got that deal in New York, he fired Rich Paul and Klutch Sports. They've been doing this to their clients all the time. They just focus on LeBrownies and whoever he feels deemed to be focused on. And this has been the problem for years. But you dumbass fans are blinded by this guy. Y'all think this guy and his buddy Rich Paul are doing a lot. It's a black man in it. No, it's a token nigga in a position. I don't follow token niggas. Y'all can follow token niggas. I don't. I don't follow who they try to make me like or love. So that's just me. That's just me. I don't understand. So that's what I'm saying. This is the problem that we've been preaching about. Carcino's been preaching about, and everybody who has been against this player empowerment movement, we've been preaching about. We've told you that this guy is nothing but a cancer. He's a cancer. He messes with other players who have nothing to do with his team to try to position his way into winning an easy championship. He's been doing it for years. But you guys don't pay attention because you guys don't look at that type of stuff. You guys are just brainwashed. Y'all are nothing but zombies. Y'all are nothing but zombies. Y'all follow what these fake people tell you. This guy has been detrimental to a lot of players. It's not just Nerlens Noel, it's a group of players. Marcus Morris, like he said, Shabazz Muhammad, and Norris Cole are few of them. People are like, well, those players don't mean nothing. Yes, they do. They do mean something because they have to feed their family, you idiots. Are you kidding me? You guys treat every player like crap. And I'm glad and shout out to Nick Jacobs for what he said on Carcino for Life's channel. Make sure y'all go there and subscribe, like, and comment and watch the video that he did with Kwame Brown and his cousin Dante, who's a rocket scientist, which we don't hear a lot about that from any brother out there. But see, this is the thing I'm trying to explain to people. This is what I'm trying to explain to people. This is what I'm trying to let people know about. I'm not here to try to, oh, you hate on the black man. No, I'm talking about this bum here. He's just the guy who's white underneath but has black skin. That's a token nigga. And y'all continuously follow him. This guy costs Nerlens Noel money. Money cost him a lot. Nerlens Noel could have been getting paid big money, $70 million for 3 years with the Mavericks, and he would have been able to add a lot of things to that team that they needed, which was an inside presence. This is crazy. And you guys praise this guy, then y'all want to say, well, that's Rich Paul. LeBron ain't got to stop it. LeBron James runs this company behind closed doors. He put his friend there as a front. His friend don't even have a college education. He don't have a college education. So how the hell does he know how to do contracts and all this crap? He's just there for the front. And all this is allegedly, by the way. Allegedly. So come on, man. Rich Paul got a lot of explaining to do. He needs to show why he was turning down teams' phone calls. Teams were out there trying to talk to him about Nerlens Noel, and you know what he did? He ignored it. You know why he ignored it? Because he was listening to his daddy. His daddy was telling him what to do. So stop the BS, man. Let's be real. You know, this has been going on for a long time. The disrespect of players because they're not on that top echelon. Every player's not top echelon. It's facts. You have your role players who need to get their money. Not only the role players, you got other players, bench players who need to get their money. They trying to feed their family, and this bum out here playing games. So I applaud Nerlens Noel for being the first one to step up. But I guarantee you it ain't gonna be just Nerlens Noel. There's gonna be others to come out the woodworks. I told y'all, lebrownies is his power is dwindling. When he finally retires, everything's gonna come out about this bum, and I'm gonna be there to watch it. And I'm gonna be there and say, "See, I told y'all so." But y'all dumbasses still gonna be brainwashed. Y'all still gonna be lost. Oh man, you know it's alright and everything. I still y'all still want to hate on the black man. Why I want to do that? And what's funny to me is you guys are the same ones to give this guy all the credit in the world. But when Kevin Durant did the exact same thing he did and better, y'all hated him. Y'all called him a oh man, he a walking, he weak minded. He weak minded now, right? Because he beat your bum twice, made him fall too. Thank you for listening. Like, comment, subscribe, share this. Hit the notification bell to select all to receive upcoming notifications. And if you love what you hear, you can donate to the page by Cash Apping me at the word welcome, the number 2, and then HDIITV. Excuse me. Thank you all for listening and supporting the page. We are is out. Deezy.